So somewhere along the way in my childhood and my upbringing, I internalized a very clear message, which was that anger is not okay. Anger is not okay. I got this from a lot of different sources. But I think at the heart of it was that this idea that it was fundamentally disconnective. That in a loving relationship, in a connective relationship, there really isn't any space for anger and taking one's anger out on somebody else, right? And I internalized this so deeply that I actually grew up kind of feeling like I didn't have any anger at all. I didn't really have any moments in life that I could point to of some big outburst or, yelling at somebody, right? So all the evidence seemed to point to me not having a lot of anger or any anger at all. I felt sadness, I felt frustration, but never anger. Well, this is a service about shadow, so we all know where this one's going, don't we? So flash forward to my mid-30s, I'm out at a spiritual retreat. This is a time of just a lot of growth for me. The retreat is a 5-day retreat. It's long. We're right in the middle of it, so there's all sorts of just movement going on within me. And at one sort of part of this retreat, we engage in this pretty, significant ritual. There's this large ritual space, and it's a grief ritual. And I didn't really know anything about grief. I hadn't really processed grief directly. I didn't know what to expect, honestly. I was just kind of, keeping my mind open and just trusting the process, basically. And as the facilitators were explaining what this ritual is about, they sort of said that, okay, there's these different spaces that you can go to, and one of the spaces, you're encouraged to just let it out, to just really go for it and snarl and yell and stomp around and get mad. And for whatever reason, I'm sitting there and I just when I hear this, I just go, that's where I'm going. I don't know what this whole thing's about, but that is where I'm going. So the ritual starts and I don't know what came over me, but what came out was rage. Rage, rage, top of my lungs, screaming out, stomping, punching, kicking, just angry, just so angry. And just when I thought I had kind of hit my limit with it, I just kept going and just kept raging and raging and raging and just, and keep in mind, this is a space we have, it was a men's retreat, so there's men lined all along the walls of this retreat space, and they're just holding it, witnessing this rage that just came out. One guy came up to me after and he's like, I thought you were gonna keel over multiple times, and then you just kept going. Another guy's like, I've seen this ritual a bunch of times, I've never seen anything like that. I mean, it was serious business, right? And I got done and I was so depleted and I was so sad. I was confused. I didn't know what had just come out. I thought I didn't have any anger, right? And I was just trying to process all of it. But, people kept coming up to me, oh, are you feeling okay? Blah, 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 right? And I just sat with it though. And the word again I'll use is just profound sadness. I just felt a really, really deep sadness. So that night, I'm sort of exhausted and restless at the same time. So I sleep a little bit, but I'm kind of waking up. And I remember I was, laying in my bunk bed, and the sun started to rise over the hill, and light started to come into the room. And I had a very simple moment of clarity, of realization. And my sadness began to transform. And I began to experience a really deep sense of compassion all of a sudden. And I felt connected to myself in a way that I had never felt before. And the moment of clarity that I had was a really simple observation. It was just that if I witnessed somebody that I love rage that hard, if I witnessed somebody that I love hold that anger in for so long and carry that for so many years, I would feel sad. for them, that they had to hold that and carry that for so long. And then I realized in that, well, then I must really love myself. If I would witness a loved one and feel that, then I must really love myself. And I think that was the first time that I ever felt that deeply within my own body and soul. May it be so.